Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another in-depth review here on NT Auto Reviews. My name is Tyler, behind the camera as always, giving you guys these awesome in-depth walk-around videos on all these brand spanking new cars. And today we will be checking out the all-new 2018 Jaguar E-Pace P250 in the SE trim level. Alrighty, so here is the window sticker on the Jaguar E-Pace. Now Jaguar sends up their window sticker just a little bit different than other manufacturers do, so we're going to go over that window sticker just so you get a basic overline of what this car is all about. Right up here, starting in the left hand corner, we have the VIN number, basic information about the car. We also have our standard equipment right over here. Feel free to pause the video to get more information. And we also have some 5-year warranty information. All the way up here is the important part though. We have the options list. So the base MSRP stands at $44,300. We have the optional climate package, which gives you the heated steering wheel, heated windshield, and heated washer jets. That is an extra $795, sorry. We have the black exterior package, so it gives us a lot of gloss black accents. That costs an extra $220. We have the fixed panoramic sunroof for an extra $1,225. We also have the tow hitch receiver, an extra $665. The 19-inch optional wheels. We have the Fear ends, red metallic paint, keyless entry, heated front seats, Sirius XM audio. We have the premium interior protection package, the garage door opener, the PowerPoint socket. We have 2 of those, and we also have the power gestured tailgate. So that's quite a bit of options on this car, but a lot of smaller options. So as you can see, a lot of the options don't cost more than, say, $600. So again, that is quite a bit of options, but not very expensive options. If you take a look down here, we can see that the destination charge stands at $995, not too bad. And the total vehicle price for, as we see here, it's $52,019. Taking a look up here, we have some fuel economy information, which we'll get into in just a little bit. We have crash ratings, which this car hasn't been rated. It's only been out for about a month or so. Then we also have parts content information, which people seem to be interested in. So we have 14% of the parts coming from the US or Canada. We also have 62% of the parts from Germany, and the rest 21 from the United Kingdom. The final assembly point is actually in Austria. The engine is sourced from the UK, and the transmission from the United States. So pretty interesting parts content right there. Alrighty, so taking a look at the side of the E-Pace, you could really see the size of it. So it's quite a smaller SUV, so definitely in the small SUV segment. The wheelbase stands at 105.6 inches. The particular color we're working with today is the Fear ends red, which looks very nice. As you saw in the window sticker, that is an optional color. And there are 12 total color options available. And wrapping around to the back of the E-Pace, all-wheel drive will come standard in all trim levels. Alrighty, so the details of the exterior on the Jaguar E-Pace, all new. Pretty mean front stance, even for a smaller SUV like that. Take a look at all the air intakes. We'll start off here on the headlamps, where they are full LED bulbs for both your high and low beams, your turn signals, as well as your daytime running lights. All of that is LED powered. Down here we have some mimicked air intakes, which look pretty aggressive. In the flat black, we also have flat black on the bottom grille, but then on the main grille, where the Jaguar emblem is housed, it is a special gloss black. You also have some sporty silver trim at the bottom. You have parking sensors. You can make one out right here, as well as some on the front below the main grille. We have the beautiful Jaguar emblem. That pretty much does it for the front end here. Really aggressive looking though. We have a nice short hood with some subtle creases both on the outside and then the inside. And the inside creases almost give it a cowl induction sort of looking hood, which takes you back to the muscle car era, which is nice. You can see we have the black cladding that goes all the way around the wheel wells and down the side. That really protects your beautiful paint from the highway chips. Down here we have some really nice 5-spoke wheels, and they are 19 inches, and they are painted a sort of flat gray, so they look pretty nice. We have the ventilated disc brakes, the 5-lug design, and then our front tires measure 235/55 with Pirelli all-season tires. We have some gloss black accenting with the Jaguar and the SE emblem. We have complete gloss black pillars as well as the window surrounds, part of the black package. And the mirror also has some gloss black in the body colored. And I'll flip around quick so that you can see the turn signal and the blind spot indicators. Kind of an interesting shape right over here. If we walk back just a little bit, we have the door handles here with the Smart Key entry right there on all 4 of the door handles, so you can see it's got that touchpad on all 4 door handles. Taking a look at the roof, we have the body colored shark fin antenna and the panoramic sunroof, as well as your nice pretty large spoiler. Wow, that's a pretty large spoiler with some extensions, a little bit of gloss black, looks pretty nice. This is probably one of the best looking compact crossovers. It really does have a nice appearance. Very continual of lots of Jaguars. Anyways, back here we also have fully LED tail lights, as you can see, so turn signals, running lights, everything is pretty much LED. We have the back glass over here, which is raked at quite a bit of an angle. We have your third brake light up here, our wiper, typical Jaguar emblem back here. As far as other emblems, we have the E-Pace as well as the powertrain badging. We have dual exhaust surrounds over here.
Here's your Levante.
And you also have the parking sensors as well as the trailer hitch receiver with the lighting hookup right here. Alright, so now let's check out what powers this particular E-Pace. So, opening up the hood, we do have a quite compact engine bay here, so there's not a whole lot of room to work. However, we do have a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4 out of Jaguar's new Ignium series, and it is the smaller of the 2 turbocharged motors. It comes in at 246 horsepower at 5,500 RPM and 269 pound-feet of torque at a very low 1,200 RPM. So you can choose between 2 different 2-liter turbos. We have the P300, which is the top dog that comes in the R Dynamic trim. Then we also have the P250, which is this one, which comes in the basic, the S, and the SE trim levels. Of course, we have a big engine cover over here that covers most of the engine. You can see we have a little air induction system over here. We have our battery underneath this cover right there, or at least your battery connections. We have some reservoirs that you could check, thankfully. We also have the dipstick for the engine oil, and then your engine oil filler, which you can see 0W20 is recommended. It looks like the oil filter is also right there as well, which is nice and easy for access. But to be quite honest with you, I can't really make out where the belts are. So, I'm gonna say that they're on this side. Usually they are. But it's very small in there. You can't really see much. However, if you take a look up here, the compact engine bay goes along with a compact hood this way at least. We also have the two anchors for the hood. The hood latch is also located right over here. When you lift the hood up, it goes like this. And that's pretty much it for underneath the hood. Okay, so before we hop on the inside, I'm going to show you how the smart key entry system works. So make sure you have the key fob near the vehicle, or at least within a couple of feet. Could be in your pocket, in a purse, or whatever. All you need to do is, well, basically the car is unlocked at the moment. Just to show you, you want to lock the car, just press the little handle right there. And then, if you want to unlock it, just put your hand behind the handle like so, and it'll unlock the car. Okay, so we do have the grained leather seats. It actually is the more basic leather seat option. You can also get in a Windsor grade leather interior, which I'm assuming is a much nicer interior, but this one does seriously just fine. The leather is beautiful. Now you can choose between two different color options with the normal leather seats. Then you can also step it up to the Windsor leather seats, which then you can choose 4 different color options. This particular color is called the Lunar and Light Oyster interior, and it's kind of a combination between a gray and then a light, almost a white color, like a really light gray. Both the colors in conjunction look very nice. So we have soft touch materials all the way up here. The only hard touch materials are going to be all the way down here, where really no one's ever going to touch. So again, soft touch up here. We have leather down here with our armrests where your arm's going to touch, all nice leather. We have a couple of speakers on the door for our 11 speaker Meridian audio system. Puts out 380 watts. You can also upgrade to a 15 speaker Meridian audio system. That puts out over 800 watts of audio power. Over here you have our memory system. So you have 1, 2, 3 memory seats, 3 settings for your memory seats. We also have the lock unlock buttons over there. Looks like to be another speaker right there. We also have our door handle neatly integrated in the door there with some more metal accents down here. We have our window lockout, and then as well as our rear door lockout that is powered right here. We have the normal window controls, which look very sleek. And we also have our mirror controls, which you can power fold the mirrors by simultaneously pressing both mirror adjustments on each side. So we do have a few cubbies in here where you could store things. We have a bottle holder in there, a small cubby for change or whatever, and then a fairly large container right there. Taking a look down here, we have our pedals with the hood release, as well as the button and floor mats for there. And the carpeting is also this same gray color that we find on the doors. So it's not just a typical black color like you're used to. We have a nice stainless steel Jaguar emblem there on the side sills. Taking a look at the left of the dash, we have a few buttons down here. So we have a gauge dimmer right over here. We have our trunk release, and we could shut on and off our lane departure warning. We also have our electronic parking brake, so you could press it in to activate it and then pull it out to deactivate it. Just make sure your foot is on the brake before you do any of those. You also have a little bit of the nice leather over here, some nice metal accents around the air vent. But take a look at these seats, very nice. We have a bunch of stitching on the headrest, on the outside, and then a little bit on the inside of the seat here where it is perforated. Nice grained leather. We have all of our power adjustments down here, including the 4-way lumbar, as well as the fore and aft for the backrest, the up and down in both the front and the back of the seat, and then just the back and forth for the seat. Very driver-focused interior, and I really like it. Let's go ahead. We'll get inside, we'll start the car up, and we'll check out all of the features inside. So here is the very premium looking key fob that you get when you buy the E-Pace Jaguar. You have lots of chrome accents on the side, at the bottom, as well as on the back with the Jaguar emblem. If you flip it over, we have all of our functionalities, which we have our lock, unlock. We have the to shine the exterior lights that you could find the car or see your way to the car. We also have the trunk release and the panic alarm at the bottom. So again, a very nice key for the E-Pace there. And a good place to put your key would be either right in here in the cup holders. Since this car is completely keyless, all you need to do to start it is put your foot on the brake and hit the start-stop logo. And everything will come to life. Okay, so we start off the driver's cockpit portion of the interior with the steering wheel. Pretty good looking steering wheel with some accent stitching on the inside of the wheel, even a little bit on the outside going around the rim, either on the bottom and at the top. Pretty good grip bolsters down below. The steering wheel is quite thick itself. We have controls over here for the digital display up top, which we will get into. And we also have your Bluetooth controls, voice commands, and then a mode for the audio. Taking a look across the nice airbag cover, we have our cruise control settings and adaptive cruise control. We have the cancel, and then also some other settings for the cruise control, as well as your heated steering wheel control. So behind the steering wheel we have a couple of stalks. This one to the left controls your headlights right over here. You can set it on automatic. You also have your rear fog lights, you could turn those on, as well as your turn signals and your high beams. And over here we can control both your front and rear wipers. You can also see the start-stop emblem just a little bit better. So up here we have our gauges. So we have two larger quadrants with a digital display in the center. This one over here shows your speedometer, and this one your tachometer. But let's focus on the digital display, and we're going to use these controls with the OK in the center to configure that display. Now first things first, we have our pretty much default is our temperature gauge over here, as well as our fuel gauge. We have a digital speedometer over here, and then the speed limit of the road that you're on. This will tell you if you're in park or not, and then down here we have distance still empty, what gear you're in right down below, and then the total mileage on the car. Again, if we use these buttons, we can get more information. Pressing the center will open up your driver's assistance features. You can turn them on and off if you would like. So we can check and uncheck them whether you want them on or not. We can move up to basic vehicle information. We have some trip settings, so you can show different trips over here, as well as what each trip shows. You can pull up different displays for your information panel. You also have vehicle settings here. And that's pretty much it. If you cycle back here, you will get your audio right here, and then you can also change that from there as well. So pretty nice screen, not a whole lot to distract you, but it does have some useful information. And if we take a look up here, we have a nice dash. Nice short dash with a little bit of a hump for the instrument cluster. Then it goes right on down and it leads into this very nice handle for the passenger. Not wrapped in nice leather with some stitching as well. Up here we have a few air vents, and down here we have a rather large screen. So Jaguar's infotainment display is here. This is pretty much the main menu. It is a touchscreen display. And if you go between, it's showing, right now it is showing your audio, your temperatures on the inside, your phone screen, and then the navigation. So let's check out the audio screen just for now. We can skip between different radio stations up there, change our source, band. We could check out our presets right there as well. Then always on the bottom of the screen you're going to have quick access buttons. So we can click the home button to go back to our climate. We can change around the climate with the screen. However, there are also physical climate controls. So when you turn it on, more things will pop up. Going back to home. Phone screen isn't going to display a whole lot because I don't have my phone connected. However, once you do connect to your Bluetooth phone, all of your contacts will sync over and you'll be able to make and receive calls. Over here we have our navigation. We can choose between if we would like to see it in 3D or 2D. And then we can expand the map so it takes up the whole screen. We can also zoom in and out. As we can see, the 3D view is very nice. And then we could choose different settings over here. We can add a home and a work. And we could also input your destination over here as well. Then we also have some quick access apps if we move the screen over. So we have a valet mode. We can quickly pull up your camera system. We have different apps, a web browser. We can control your heated seats from this screen too, so we can just turn it on like that and then increase either 1 stage, 2 stage, or 3 stages of heat. We have the economical driving data, which isn't really available right now. The car's only got just over 150 miles, so it's not going to be accurate at the moment. We have our contacts for the Bluetooth. We have voice, Bluetooth, and then a suite. So, which basically just entails different surfaces, I'm assuming, which make it convenient for winter or whenever. We have our quick access for our settings. We can either choose it to be a dark theme or a light theme. Pretty neat. I prefer the dark theme because it makes it look more sleek. We have different brightnesses for the screen as well. And we can just choose all of our settings. So we have general settings. different features. Customizing all of these different features here. We have languages and keyboards, and then our connectivity features. We could also quickly access our navigation, our phone screen, our media screen, and our seats. We can also activate our parking sensors, activate our parking sensors. And then we could also select that button to auto park the car parallel. Down here we have all of our climate controls in addition to the hazards and the volume knob. So we could turn the climate on like so. We have our fan speed in the center, and then we can just push this whole dial to turn it off. We have our front and rear defrosters over here. It is an automatic climate control, and you can also choose where you want the air to blow. We have our AC and recirculating controls over there too. We have our individual temperatures on either side. And we could also press in the dial to turn on our heated seats, as you can see. Pretty neat combination there to get rid of some buttons and controls and the clutter. Down here we have a little rubberized tray where you could store your phone, a 12-volt power outlet, as well as looks like an off-road mode or a hill descent. We also have controls over here to turn off both our traction control and auto start stop. We have a drive mode select, which there are 4 driving modes. We start off with the rain, ice, and snow mode. We can move down to the eco mode, comfort, and then pay attention to the dials, dynamic, and it turns everything red, which is pretty cool. It sounds like the exhaust also gets a little bit louder. I will have to check into that. That's pretty neat. So also over here, the big thing we're missing is the electronic gear selector, which you could see for the 9-speed automatic transmission. You can put your foot on the brake, and then you could start selecting gears and park at the moment. If you want to get it into drive, just press the unlock and pick it right on down. We also have the sport mode, which you can shift with the shifter over here. We also have neutral, and putting it into neutral, you do not press the unlock button, but you just pick it up. And if you want to put it into reverse, you have to press the unlock and put it up, where then your backup camera will show up with the guidance lines that'll move as you turn the steering wheel. Then you also have the park button at the top there. And the parking brake will automatically engage. Down here we have a couple of pretty large cup holders with a phone holder right in there. Good place to put your key. You have a small armrest, which when you lift it up here, we have a little bit of storage, not too bad in there. Looks like we have a little pocket there, or a removable divider, which you can put right over here to cover your cup holders. Pretty neat. And you can also just store that right in there. You have a rubberized tray at the bottom, a couple of USB inlets, a 12-volt power outlet, and then a micro SIM card inlet right there. Up here we have a completely frameless mirror with the 3-door garage home links. We also have some emergency controls, so if you need service on the side of the road, then your emergency control. Up here we have a sunglass holder. And then we also have our panoramic sunroof. As you can see, the shade covers 100% of the light, and we can put that back. Shade moves quite quickly, and it is a fixed roof, so it does not open or vent. It is simply one pane of glass that does not move. We have up here a couple of lights that are touch sensitive. Even in the center we have a larger light, pretty cool. And we also have some visors with a mirror and light. They also extend to block the sun, but they do not go back and forth. So that pretty much does it for the driver's cockpit on the interior here. So I'm going to adjust the driver's seat to a normal driving position, what's comfortable for myself. And I am 5'10". We're going to grab the key so we don't lock ourselves out, and we're going to check out the rear portion of the interior. We'll see how much room we have back there and see what kind of amenities Jaguar offers us. So back here, as you would expect from Jaguar, we have the same materials as up front. So soft to the touch up here, leather over here and down here where your arm's gonna rest. And then the rest of the door is pretty much hard to the touch down here. We have a speaker, it looks like a couple of speakers on the door, a larger one, and then a smaller one over there. We have the window control and then the nice metallic accents both on the door handle and over here. So very nice rear seats too. I like how the roof comes down. It's a very angled roof over here. Pretty interesting. Then you also have the quarter windows for extra visibility. Perforations and stitching on the seat as well. We have an armrest too with a little bit of storage. Shallow storage space. And we'll hop in and see how much room we have back here. So definitely plenty of room. There's plenty of room back here. We have a mat pocket. I have plenty of leg room. I can even stick my feet behind the rear seats. Or I'm sorry, the front seats rather. We have rear ventilation. We have, looks like 3 USB chargers back here with a storage pocket down below. We also have the hump in the middle for the drivetrain. And the sunroof continues very nicely back here, so as you can see there's the headrest for reference. That's pretty much it for back here. Let's check out the front passenger space next. So the passenger door is much like the driver's as far as design goes, and materials as well. We have a few less buttons. We also have the 3-person memory for the passenger side, which is nice. Passenger seat doesn't lose any power adjustments, has the same power adjustments as the driver's seat. We have the sill plate, as well as a pretty stylish dashboard on the passenger side here. We have a nice metal handle that opens up and reveals a pretty large glove box. Wow, that is a lot bigger than I was expecting in a smaller SUV like this. We even have a little pen holder. It's plenty of room for all of your booklets and manuals, and it's felt lined in there with a little light. Alright, so next let's check out how much room we have in the trunk. Alrighty, so we do have a full powered trunk, and just to prove it to you, I'm going to press the button on the key fob there, and it'll pop the trunk right open, nice and tall. So we do have a pretty good amount of space back here. Obviously there's some accessories that come with the car. We can get over that fact. We see that we have a nice mat back here, all weather mat. We can also lift up the floor to see our spare tire. We have some extensions over here to the load space with a net. Pretty pretty much on either side. We also have a hanger and a 12-volt power outlet. We have a cargo shade right here. Also a cargo shade right there on the window. I have a couple of LED lights to illuminate the ground. I have some handles if you want to close the trunk manually. And you can also see that split right in the seats. The seats will fold down 60/40 for extra cargo space. So, opening the lid to the 18.1 gallon fuel tank, according to the EPA on the window sticker, you should be getting right around 21 miles per gallon in the city and 28 on the highway. Premium gasoline is recommended, but not required. We have the cap and tether system over there, and you can hang the tether right in this little slot right here so it doesn't scratch your paint. We also have a blank looks like gas cap there, and that's actually for diesel models over in Europe for the diesel exhaust fluid. So unfortunately this video must come to an end because I have done my best in showing you all the features on the new Jaguar E-Pace. So I hope you have enjoyed the video, and I hope you stay with us for future in-depth reviews.